we see a beam of moonlight shooting out of the sky, illuminating a humble building, one story, and we see two closed garage doors. The light illuminates a sign that reads Jones and Co. Mechanics and Towing. And we follow that light through a window and we hear music. We hear rock music coming from a small radio that we pass as we pan over, and we see this classic blue car with its hood up. And as we pan around the car, we see the back of a person currently working on that car. Can you tell me what that person looks like?
Yeah, so he is around middle age. He's got brown hair. He's balding, but he's trying to make it look like he's not balding, so he's got a nice comb over going on. Wearing jeans, white t-shirt, covered in grime. Yeah.
We hear the sounds of work being done on the engine of this car. We hear a screw being turned. We hear the clanking of metal. And we see this person stand up, wipe sweat off their brow. Jeremiah, it's been a long day, and the workday should be done by now, but you know that you still have quite a bit of work to do. You turn around, and there is a person standing right there.
Jesus! Gotta get in my What? 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 What?
You're so dang jumpy, Jeremiah. This is Jones. He owns, Jones Mechanic and Towing. Jones is very old, but looks even older than he should. His head he must, work on it because he's got, the top of his head is completely bald, but then he has, a long haircut going down, so, it's, chrome dome, and then he's got this long, stringy hair. He's a short dude. He's probably 5 foot. And he is, he kind of snuck up on you, like he does.
Ugh.
And, he's standing there. He's got a bottle of, bottom shelf whiskey, and he takes a big old pull from it and hands it to you.
Oh, yeah, definitely gonna take a swig of that. Large swig. Ugh, Jones, I don't understand how you can sneak up on me when you are literally 500 years old. How do you not make sounds anymore?
Age before beauty, my son, age before beauty.
Ugh, ain't that the truth? Taking another swig. Well, so what you doing around here, Jones? What do you need?
Oh, I was just gonna say I'm about to get out of here. You think you got much more work to do?
Yeah, I mean, I got the carburetor and the engine and the oil change and maybe put air in the tires and I gotta wrench that thing and yeah, it's classic car, classic blue car. So I got all that stuff. So yeah, it should take me about an hour, I assume.
Well, alright, Jeremiah. Those are all things both about this car and things that you can do to a car, so that all checks out. Just remember to hit the lights and lock up when you're done, alright?
Yeah, sounds good, Jones.
I gotta get home to the missus.
Right, yeah. How's she doing? Still alive?
He takes a bigger swig from the bottle. Still alive? Still, Well, I gotta go.
All right, Jones. You
Yeah.
have a good one.
And he leaves. And
I'm just gonna turn up the rock music a little louder and stare blankly at the car. No idea what I'm supposed to be doing.
we see you go over to the radio. And we see you walk back to the car. And you're just staring at it. Just probably holding your wrench. Trying to contemplate what you're going to do so that when the owner of this car comes to pick it up, that they are satisfied that you have done something. And then something catches your eye. You look into the windshield, and you look into the car. Sitting in the driver's seat, and I should emphasize, this was not there before. You would have noticed. There's a pumpkin. There is a decently sized, standard pumpkin about the size of a watermelon. There's just a pumpkin in the driver's seat.
The hell? What? Jones! You put a pumpkin in this car? Oh, he's gone. Well, that is certainly bizarre. Huh. Okay. I'm gonna go open the driver's... It's driver's side, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Open the driver's side door, take out the pumpkin.
Okay, what do you do with it?
I'm just gonna put it off to the side and be like, okay, guess I got a pumpkin now. That's pretty cool. I could bring that home. Maybe make pumpkin seeds. Not pumpkin pie, though.
Yeah, so you put the pumpkin over by, the radio, and, you, get back to your thinking, I guess. Do you want to, look in the engine at all and see if,
Yeah, I'll bend down and, put my head in there and poke around at some stuff, maybe hoping something will happen that will tell me what I'm supposed to be doing to this car.
You take a few minutes and you poke around, and there's nothing loose, there's nothing obviously unplugged. You don't necessarily remember what was wrong with this car, or if this is just standard maintenance, in which case you can kind of get away with doing nothing. Apologies to mechanics everywhere who are listening. And after a few minutes, you pick your head back up.
Okay, well...
That pumpkin is back in the driver's seat.
What the... What? Okay.
Except that now, it has a carved jack-o'-lantern face on it. And you look over, you look for that pumpkin that you just put to the side. It's not there. But there's this pumpkin with a carved jack-o'-lantern face in the driver's seat.
Alright, Jeremiah is properly freaked out at this point, so he's just gonna close the door, close the lid of the car very slowly,
Sure.
and start to back away and be like, this is probably a problem for someone else. So, I think I'm gonna collect my stuff. So he starts, getting his keys, getting his wallet, going to his locker, getting his stuff. Yeah.
Funny thing about that, your locker is not in this room, it's back in, the main office.
Oh, okay.
You go to open the door, and it won't open.
Alright, so he's jiggling the handle, he's banging on the door, he's being like, Jones! Jones, you lock me in? Jones! Okay, so he goes over and he tries to open, the big garage doors.
You push the button, And then the lights in the garage suddenly go out. And so does the radio. There is no longer any music in here. And nothing happens when you push the button.
Jones, is that you? Jones, this isn't funny, man. Come on. Jones, you're too old to be playing these pranks.
And then it is at this moment when you hear...
What?
And if you look at the car, you're currently being illuminated by the headlights of the car. It's
All right.
on.
Okay, he kind of like puts his hand in front of his face. The light's a little too bright. And he kind of walks closer to the car, trying to get a closer look, figure out what is happening.
You look into that windshield again, and you do see the jack-o'-lantern. But now it's up by the headrest rather than on the seat, and as you adjust your eyes a little bit, you see what looked like gloved hands on the steering wheel, and you see what looks like a person in some kind of black cloak with what you now can tell they have a jack-o'-lantern for a head, and they are sitting in the driver's seat.
Oh, holy f***. Okay, Jeremiah's just like backing up. He doesn't know what is going on. He goes to the door, he tries to open it, and he's banging on it. Come on, let me out! Come on! Hey! Let me out! Come on!
And then, Jeremiah, you have... there is a momentary flash in your memory of an image that you only ever saw in a newspaper. The image of... This was from a court, drawing. From a court rendition. The image of a young man on the ground in a Superman suit. And he's got a jack-o'-lantern taped to his head. Someone has taken duct tape and wrapped it around the jack-o'-lantern and his neck so that he could not get it off. This person is dead, and you know this because you helped restrain this person.
Jeremiah's eyes just get so wide. He's just going, no, this is in my head. This is a dream. No.
As you look into the headlights and say no, that is the moment that we hear as the wheels begin to spin and the car comes right at Jeremiah, and there is a sound like an explosion as the car slams into the wall, pitting your body between the car and the door. And I do want to ask, what is the very last thing that flashes through Jeremiah's mind?
The image of that kid with the pumpkin taped around his head, and the image of this one guy laughing. And then the world kind of starts to fade. He knows his organs are all beat up, and he's just kind of closing his eyes real slowly, just with that image.
We pan over into this smoky garage, and now it is mostly silent. Although in the distance, in a moment, we will perhaps hear the sound of sirens. but we pan over and we pass that radio again, and then we go a little bit further past it, and we see two things. There is a picture of a high school football team of people, young men, some of them kneeling, some of them standing, holding their helmets, and there's a little placard under the picture, and it says Knock'em High 1989 state champions. And then next to it is a tearaway calendar, and the date is October 27th. Hello, Internet, and welcome to Monsters of CornQuest. Oh, gosh. We're doing this. My name is Timothy Swaim, and I will be your game master tonight. For the uninitiated, we are Heroes of CornQuest. We are a brand new actual play podcast, and we release episodes every single week. This is our very special Halloween one-shot. Tonight, we will be playing a game called Monster of the Week. Monster of the Week is written by Michael Sands and published by Evil Hat Games. It is kind of meant to create stories like the ones you would see on shows like Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Supernatural, so it's a little bit scary, it's a little bit funny, it's a little bit action-packed. It is absolutely one of my favorite games, and I am so excited to share it with you all, and I am so excited to share it with our awesome cast. Let's introduce our awesome cast. Let's go alphabetical. So, Dana, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes. My name is Dana Szarzynski, she, her, hers. I will be playing Cassandra Lionheart tonight, also she, her, hers.
Next up we have James. James, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, my name is James Fitton. I'm going to be playing Alex tonight, sometimes known as Dr. Alex, and I'm very excited.
And what is Dr. Alex's playbook?
My playbook is The Flake.
Very, very cool. Mariah, can you introduce yourself and your character?
Hi, I'm Mariah Koss, and my pronouns are she, her, hers. I will be playing Becky Stevens, a mundane whose pronouns are also she, her, hers.
Awesome. And last but certainly not least, Michael, will you introduce yourself and your character?
Hello, I am Michael Keating, they, them, and I'll be playing Chad Vanderprince, he, himbo, the resident spooky.
God damn it. Guys, if you're listening, you can listen to the first 2 episodes of our first Dungeons & Dragons show, Tales from Storm City, right now on whatever podcatcher you are listening to this episode on. It's going to be very, very good. Please leave a review. Please like and subscribe. Also, we are on Instagram. Also, we are on Patreon. You can find all of that below in the show notes. And so, I think that is all the announcements I have. And so, without further ado, Maysfield, Ohio is a town seemingly built by God to exist in October. Each autumn, the town is painted by falling leaves, bright reds, oranges, yellows dancing into the crisp winds, or falling serenely onto lawns and into the city's ponds. Children dive into piles of these leaf storms as adults diligently and meticulously turn their porches into dioramas of pumpkins, black cats, and even a fake witch or two for those truly devoted to the holiday. For most of the residents of the town, Halloween is 5 days away, but for the students at Knock'em High School, the true Halloween awaits tomorrow night. For tomorrow is the Halloween Bash. As the final Friday bell rings, much of the student body leaves, but a significant number stay behind, for there is work to be done. From Friday afternoon to Saturday night, this humble high school will be transformed into a Halloween paradise. The gymnasium will become a dance floor filled to the brim with costume students. But, for many, the main attraction will be upstairs. The student government leads the creation of the Haunted Hallways. 3 locker-filled hallways utterly transformed into full-fledged walk-through haunted house experiences. The tradition of the Halloween Bash is something that every alumni of Knock'em Stiff holds memory of. This year, however, we will be zooming in on 4 rather unusual students, blissfully unaware of just how memorable this year's bash will be. So, we zoom in as the final Friday bell at Knock'em Stiff High School rings, and a flood of students. We see seniors, freshmen, big kids, small kids, kids of all varieties, pouring out of the classrooms, a lot of them going to their lockers, opening them up, grabbing their bags, some kind of congregating in small groups, talking to their friends, talking about their plans for tomorrow night. And we zoom in on a vending machine where we see three girls in chunky sweaters and putting on mittens and windbreakers and scarves, and we see one of them is going to the vending machine, kind of putting $1 in and getting a Diet Coke, and they're kind of having a little bit of a conversation. These are 3 members of the cheerleading squad, and as they are talking, their 4th friend approaches. Mariah, will you please describe what Becky looks like?
So, Becky Stevens, she is blonde, your typical cheerleader, who is pretty much always wearing a cheerleading uniform, very similar to the cheerleaders on Glee or something like that. Yeah, and she's very friendly as well. So, yeah, that's Becky.
Becky, as you approach, your friend Jessica has already gotten you a Diet Coke, and she hands it out to you. And she says, "Oh my god, B, that algebra test was brutal. I so failed."
It was so hard. Like, that teacher is just so mean, like, all the time, and I just don't understand. Like, it's already algebra. You don't need to make it tougher than it is.
I think she just doesn't like cheerleaders.
No, she's just mad because we're pretty.
Like, have you ever noticed that she always calls on us when we don't know the answers?
I know. Like, if I have my hand up, like, okay, cool, whatever, Becky. But if I don't have my hand up, Becky, we want you to answer the question.
Becky, as you're talking, Jessica, and your other 2 friends, Raquel and Tiffany, who were kind of just listening, all 3 of them kind of stop talking, and they look over your shoulder. And they're actually looking a little bit up.
Like, what? What's up? What are you staring at?
Jessica is kind of like flashing her eyes between you and something behind you.
Jessica, what? I turn around.
You turn around, and you see someone you know. You see Big Daryl Gray. Daryl is a senior at Knock'em Stiff High, and he's about 6'6" and built like a brick house. He is the starting linebacker for the football team, and he is a phenom. He will almost certainly go D1. He is kind of he's like standing there kind of a little bit awkwardly, and he's like, oh, hey, Becky, what's up?
Hey, Daryl. Like, what up?
Hey, I don't know if this is weird, but I was just thinking about you because, like, I had a dream the other night and you were in it.
Okay.
Yeah, it was the weirdest. I was at this, like, farm and, like, there were all these people there that had, like, these slugs on their heads, and I was just, like, tackling people, and yeah, you were there, and I don't know why.
Yeah, yeah, it was probably just a dream, you know? Like, just a dream, like, night-night, yeah.
Yeah, our producer might get mad at me for this, but, Becky, this happened.
Yeah.
The last time you spent any, significant time with Daryl was when you went out to that, pumpkin farm and stopped all of those brain-sucking aliens, one of which had taken over Daryl. Maybe listen to the Patreon if that sounds interesting.
Like, it really sucked.
Did you say that?
Literally.
Yeah. Oh, I get it. Hey, are you coming to the dance?
Oh, like, I was gonna, like, go with some friends, like, are you going?
I mean, yeah, I'm not really, like, a big dancer, though, and, like,
Yeah, me neither,
Yeah, and-
no.
I don't really do scary stuff good that well either, so, like, I figured I'd probably just, like, hang out in the auditorium and just, like, watch the flicks.
Yeah,
Us-
well, I mean, yeah, like, you're gonna be
Yeah.
there, and I'm gonna be there, so...
Cool, yeah, I mean, maybe if you get, like, hot on the dance floor or whatever, maybe, like, come and say hi.
Yeah,
Just,
yeah,
like, chill.
I totally will, yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I'll see you there. And he goes to leave.
Okay,
Um,
bye, Daryl!
he waves. You turn around and all of your friends, their mouths are agape and they look like shocked and also very excited. And you know why. It's a tradition during the Halloween bash that there will be movies. Like the AV Club will bring down the projector in the auditorium and they'll show like PG Halloween movies. Hocus Pocus, Halloween Town, Nightmare Before Christmas, stuff like that. They can't show R-rated movies because it's a high school. But it is also, it's like well known that like that's where you go during the Halloween bash if you want to like drink or like maybe get high or maybe like if you have like a special friend that you want a little privacy with or whatever. So so they all look like shocked and like excited. And Jessica comes up to you and like starts kind of like hitting you on the shoulder. She's like, "Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god."
Oh my god, stop. Like, you don't know what you're talking about.
No, he totally likes you.
I mean, yeah, like, maybe.
Oh my god, you are way too fucking pretty to be this humble. It's like kind of disgusting.
Oh my god, Jessica, you're too pretty.
Shut up. We're gonna actually, for just a moment, the camera is actually going to follow Daryl as he goes to his locker and gets his backpack, and he passes some of his other friends on the football team, and they like greet him like, "Yo, what's up, Big D? You coming to the dance? We gotta take Big D through the hallway." And he's like, "Yeah, guys, let's totally." And those guys leave, and they walk past Daryl, and they walk up to another student, and one of them steps forward and goes, "Yo, Dr. A! Dr. Alex, would you please like to describe what you look like?"
Yeah, so Dr. Alex is, he looks like he could fit into Seattle in the early 90s really well. Kind of faded, blue jeans, a really large flannel, and I imagine a Dead Kennedys shirt, I think. Yeah.
Righteous. Very cool. Alex, you know it. As soon as this guy walks up to you, you know why he's coming up to you, because this has happened at least 6 times now, where, like, kids have come up to you at school because they need, like, you know, a hookup for that good product. And so what I want to ask you, James, Alex, are you like, I know we talked in the pre-stream about like, you definitely use recreational substances. Are you down with like selling them to other people?
I think like through a friend, you know, if it's someone I trust, like Chad, I feel, you know, or if Chad says I need a friend who has to,
Cool.
like, yeah, I'm not, I don't want to be the drug dealer, but you know, I help people get by.
Cool. Yeah. This guy, Leo, a kid named Leo. He's a junior. He's a wide receiver on the football team. He's like, yo, so Chad said that maybe you knew somebody that could like get something if you, do you get what I'm saying?
I don't have access to too many steroids, but I could try to find something.
Hurtful.
I'm sorry. That was an assumption.
No, it's cool. I was talking about hallucinogenic mushrooms. I want hallucinogenic mushrooms to do with the Halloween dance.
We just got a bunch in from Oregon. Absolutely. So how much you thinking?
Nice.
It's nice to meet you. What was your name? I'm sorry, I missed it.
I'm Leo.
Hey, Leo.
What's up, man? Heard a lot about you. Chad says you're a pretty cool dude. I didn't know you guys like hung out, but that's cool.
Yeah, I love Chad.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Yeah, smoke a bowl sometimes.
Right?
Chat,
yeah,
and
man.
then
Well,
continue the journey through the universe.
I don't know. Can I get like one mushroom? Would that be a lot for a first-time user?
Probably about $75, kind of thing. But because you're a friend of Chad, I'll knock it down to 40.
You are a good guy.
I like you, Leo.
I like you too, man. Yo, I'll see you tomorrow night. Yo, I bet your costume's gonna be like lit.
It's gonna be tight. It's gonna be lit, Leo.
Hell yeah. I figured I'd just be Spider-Man again. I've been Spider-Man for 2 years.
I remember that.
Yeah, it's nice.
You make a good
can't
Spider-Man.
see your eyes when you're Spider-Man.
I feel that. Well, if you radiate confidence when I see you in that Spider-Man.
That is such a nice thing to say.
Of course,
I don't
Leo.
even know you. You're fucking cool, dude.
This is how friendships are made, man. This is how it began.
Choice. Yo, take it easy, Dr. A.
Yeah, peace and love, man. Peace and love.
Leo walks away, and the camera follows Leo for just a moment, and then turns into a classroom. And we see Halloween decorations all over the place. We also see, like, history decorations all over the place. We see, like, the signing of the Declaration of Independence and D-Day and things of that nature. This is very clearly a history teacher's classroom. And the history teacher is in there right now. This is Mr. Charles, better known to the student body as Mr. C. Mr. Charles is a man in his mid to late 50s. He kind of looks like, imagine if like Doc Brown took care of himself a lot more. So he's kind of balding, but he's kind of got his hair kind of straight and it looks nice. He wears these like thin glasses. He's a really slight guy, but like he's pretty well liked by the student body and is well known as like being a good teacher. And he's actually like, he dressed up. He's Abraham Lincoln. He's got like the top hat. He's got like the chops, and he's sitting at his desk and he looks kind of uncomfortable. Because he's kind of in an awkward position where he had to ask a student to stay after class. And it's even more uncomfortable because this student happens to be the starting quarterback. Michael, will you please describe what Chad looks like?
Yeah, you see Chad probably sitting slumped over backwards chair. He is a built guy. Probably like standing about like 6'3", like perfectly coiffed brown hair, in an undercut, wearing just like tight jeans, a polo, and his Letterman jacket over it.
Mr. C leans forward and says, Chad, I just want to say, first of all, you are playing out of your mind this year. What are you, you thrown like one interception this whole season?
Yeah, no, it's crazy, man.
Chad, you are so. I can't say the F word because we're in class, but you're so good at football. Dude, that's awesome.
Hey, it's, it's what the pros expect of me, so it's what's gonna happen.
This is a little bit less awesome. He takes out a test and hands it to you, and it is marked as a 45.
Man, that's awesome. I only got like 5 things wrong on this thing.
Chad,
What's up?
you know you can't play next week if I turn this in, right?
So, like, don't turn it in, because that'd be, like, awful for the school. Awful for me.
No, Chad, I can't really. I mean, how am I supposed to sleep at night? I would be failing, I would be letting you down. And you would be letting the team down. And we'd be letting everybody down. And that would suck, man.
Yeah, that would really suck.
Yeah. I'm not a jerk, Chad. I want you to understand. I'm not a jerk. I'm a negotiator. How would you like to earn some extra credit?
What would I have to do?
All right. You're going to like this, I promise. So, the seniors this year, the hallway it's so cool. It's mad scientist themed, and I'm the mad scientist.
Like Einstein?
More like Frankenstein.
Who?
I would be more worried about this if I was your English teacher. Okay, so there's this guy, his name is Dr. Frankenstein, and he builds a body out of people, but that's not really important. What's important is, he's got an assistant. His name's Igor. Bobby Winger was supposed to play Igor, but Bobby Winger has the flu, so we need a new Igor. You picking up what I'm putting down, Chad?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I could totally get some guys from the team to help you play Igor.
Yeah, I was kind of more thinking maybe, they're not failing my class, Chad. You've got to do some kind of work for this.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh!
There we go.
Okay, but, like, I was kind of, I was planning out, like, this really dope, like, kind of hot costume to show off the abs for everyone. Like, can I still do that as Igor? Is Igor hot? Can I make him hot?
Chad,
Yeah?
if you're Igor, of course Igor is hot.
Fuck yeah. I mean, we're in class, yeah.
He, like, looks around a little bit, and he leans in. Fuck yeah.
I'm gonna report you to social services.
Do not do that, Chad. As, Chad is in here kind of talking to Mr. Charles, someone is waiting for him outside. Because you guys live in the same house. So you're probably traveling together. Dana, will you please describe Cassandra?
Yes, Cassandra is leaning against the wall just outside the door of the classroom. She's dressed in leather boots that are very well worn. She's got jeans on, and she's got a nondescript black shirt on, keeping it low-key. Her long chocolate brown hair is tied back in a braid, and she just has her arms crossed, simply waiting.
Cassandra, as you are waiting, you wait for Chad for probably like a minute or so. Someone else actually comes up and is also waiting at the door. And you recognize this person. Her name is Maddie Maddox, and she is the student body president. She is actually the one in charge of this Haunted Hallways event. Straight A student, probably going to like an Ivy, very type A. And she kind of stands there and is like, pokes her head in, pulls back, pokes her head in. She looks at you. Do you know what they're talking about? Why are they taking so long?
I don't know. My brother's a moron, so it could take a while.
Okay, because I really need to talk to Mr. Charles.
About what?
About the hallway. I have so much homework. I do not have time to just be standing here and waiting.
Oh, right, the haunted hallway. I don't know. I'll lean in and look at them. Do they look like they're shooting the shit, or do they look like they're actually discussing something important?
Let's actually jump back to Chad very quickly.
Okay.
Chad, you, for like a quick minute, get caught up in talking like football shop with Mr. Charles. He has been here for like 30 years, so he's like, we have not been this good since like the early 90s. Like, you and Daryl are, seriously, it is insane. I cannot even. And Chad, at this point, I would like you to roll your premonitions. And for those at home, Michael is about to roll 2 6-sided dice and then add a skill associated to that. Skills range from -3, which is very, very bad, to +3, which is very, very good. In this case, Michael will roll weird. There are 3 possible results that they can get. On a 10 to 12, it is a complete success, and Chad will get whatever he wants. On a 6 or below, that is a failure, and bad things will happen. On a 7 and 9, that is what we call a mixed success. So that means Chad still succeeds on what he's trying to do, but there will be some kind of consequence. Now, Chad, what did you roll?
I got an 8. Mixed success.
You got an 8. Can you please read off what the result of an 8 on your premonitions is?
On a 7 to 9, you get clouded images of something bad yet to happen. Mark experience if you stop it.
As Mr. Charles is going on about the team and about you and about Daryl, you were in this class. This was your last period, and there was Mr. Charles spent much of it writing on the board, writing dates. You guys are talking about World War II right now, so like, you know, writing about dates in like the early 30s, early 30s, let's say, and all kinds of notes. A little note about like homework, have fun at the bash, and something movement on the board catches your eye, and you look up. And you see that over all of these notes on this big whiteboard, something is being written, but there is no person at the board, and there is no visible source of this. In large, scraped block letters, and you look up and you see the last word of this being finished. It says, "You know what you did, Charles."
I gotta go. And I start, like, stumbling backwards and, like, awkwardly walking out of the classroom.
Okay. You probably bump right into your twin sister.
Hey, man! Are
sorry.
you ready to go?
Yeah, no, we need to get... Oh, where's Doctor? I need to...
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm always good.
No, you don't seem good.
Sorry, I'm not
Okay, let's
you.
go.
God. Yeah, let's go.
Calm down, prima donna. Let's go. Maddie! Mr. C's all yours.
Thanks. She kind of like awkwardly waits for you guys to leave.
As we're leaving, I want to look out for Dr. A.
Sure. You run into him. I'll say that you guys, you know where his locker is. He usually, like, kind of chills a little bit after class, maybe waiting for a ride or something. You don't really know.
Mm-hmm. Hey, man, you got my stuff? I'll slip him a 20.
Yeah, man, absolutely. Hey, is Leo cool?
Yeah, Leo's chill. Why? Kind of a
'Cause-
nerd.
Yeah, he seemed really easy to rip off, and like, what's my moral obligation here?
What'd you do to him?
Nothing. He just asked for one mushroom. So I was like, well, that's $75, but you're cool, so 40.
Dude.
And I haven't decided what that one mushroom will be. Will it be a stem? Will I cut a mushroom in half? There's possibilities are endless. Anyway.
Fry it in garlic and serve it to him.
Oh. Not bad.
Yeah.
All right.
As the boys are having this conversation, Cassandra, you're not too far from where your locker is, and you're kind of like waiting for them to finish talking about drugs, and you're kind of looking around at the walls kind of absentmindedly. You notice something, it kind of catches your eye a little bit. There's a door, one of the only metal doors in the school. You've never seen it open before. It's actually it's next to the row where your locker is. You have not seen this door ever open before, but right now, it is wide open. And you think you can hear something coming from that door.
I walk towards it.
Roll Destiny's Plaything.
Ooh, not great. 7.
That's still a mixed success. Can you read me what that does?
Yes, Destiny's Plaything. At the beginning of each mystery, roll plus weird. Oh, I didn't add my weird. And my weird's -1, so it's actually 6.
That's a failure. One thing I did not mention, if you fail a roll in this game, you get an experience point. If you get 5, you level up. Good job.
Yay!
That's good. Alright.
Okay, sorry. So add my plus weird, which was -1, to see what is revealed about your immediate future. On 10+, the keeper will reveal a useful detail about the coming mystery. On 7 to 9, you get a vague hint. On a miss, something bad is going to happen to you.
Well, I'll tell you the good news. The bad thing is going to happen pretty immediately.
Cool.
You approach this open door, and you swear you hear a voice coming from it. A very faint and sounds like muffled voice going, "Help! Please, somebody help me! Help!
I run in.
Help!" Right when you get to the edge, this is, you see that it is a staircase that goes down a level, so it's like a basement. And, it's pitch black down there. And as soon as you hit the first step, you feel what feels like a force push against your back, and you fall down the stairs. You take 1 harm.
Cool.
That is actually no harm for you, because you are a chosen, and you have resistance to harm, right?
Yeah,
Right about
I
that?
do.
Very good. So, it's pitch black, and your head hurts, and the floor is cold, and you think you hear the sounds of, machinery around you, and you're dazed for a second. And then you feel like you can't breathe. You feel like there's something over your head, and you cannot breathe. You are suffocating.
I've fallen into this room, right?
Yes, you are
Can I
on the
see
ground.
Can I see the doorway?
Yeah, you can see it. Your vision is very blurry right now.
Okay. Can I still hear somebody yelling for help?
No, but you can't hear much of anything. There's a vague whirring in this room going on.
Okay. And I hear the machinery above my head, you said, yeah?
You cannot tell where it is from because you hit your head. You're out of it a little bit.
Okay. I'm just gonna start staying as low as I can, just kind of army crawl up the stairs and try to get back up to the doorway.
Okay. You make it about 3 feet up.
Okay.
Not 3 feet, 3 stairs, excuse me.
Okay.
Before, from behind, in the room, you hear a voice, and it is much clearer than the one you were just hearing. You hear, "Hey!
Turn around.
And suddenly it's like you're back in reality. You can breathe again. That swelling in your head is going away. You are looking at Rocky the janitor. Rocky is somewhere between 100 and 1,000 years old. He maybe should have retired a long time ago. You don't know why exactly he's still there. He is totally bald. Like liver spots all over his face. With his janitor's jumper that says Rocky. Kids ain't supposed to be down here. It's not safe.
Sorry, I thought I heard something. What are you doing here?
This is the boiler room. I came to check the levels.
Was
Not
someone
supposed-
else in here?
When?
Just now.
When is now?
Now is now. What question is that?
You said you thought you heard something.
I said, was someone in here? I didn't mention anything about hearing anything.
Just me. Just old Rocky.
Can I do like an insight check or something? Like
Insight checks don't exist in this game.
I don't know. Okay.
Why don't you...
I think he's lying to me.
Why don't you roll investigate a mystery for me?
Okay.
So roll your plus
Oh,
sharp.
that's right. Plus sharp. Okay. Oh, fuck, that's 12. And then I get a +1 to sharp, so that's 13.
That is a complete success. You get 2 questions, I believe. 2 or 3.
Okay.
Oh god, I don't have my documents open.
I don't either.
Wah, wah.
We're gonna say 2 for now. If I'm
Okay.
wrong later, I'll give you another one. But go ahead.
Are these questions for you, or are these questions I would ask in character to Rocky?
You may ask them to me and I will answer honestly, or you can phrase them to him and he will say what he is going to say. Let me put it that way. Like, when you roll investigate a mystery, you get to ask me, the keeper, about a situation, and I will always give you the truth. You're free to ask him whatever you want in character, and he'll say what he will say.
Okay. Does it look like there are any signs in the room of another person either currently in there or like having just been in there?
No. However, as you look about this room, it's a boiler room. You know, you look around, you see these large, big tanks and like levers. You see a panel on the wall. It looks, I mean, it's dusty and cobwebby and gross. It looks ordinary. You cannot shake the feeling that something very bad happened in this room. You don't know what, though.
Okay. God. The second question. Do I see any other exits or entrances into the boiler room or out of the boiler room that are like hidden? Like a trapdoor or like a secret wall?
Let me just say something for the listeners at home. There are usually, if you're a big Monster of the Week fan, there are usually specific questions you can ask with this skill.
Right.
I am going to allow this because this is kind of an unusual use of this skill.
I'm sorry.
And pretty easy. The answer is no. This stairwell looks like the only way in or out of this room.
Okay. Okay. Sorry, Rocky. I think I slipped and fell down here, so my apologies.
Maybe you need to go see the nurse.
No, I'm fine. I don't need any help. And I walk away up the stairs.
You rejoin Chad and Dr. Alex upstairs. I think I will say at this point that Becky, you and your friends are kind of like leaving the building, and you pass the three of them and see them kind of congregated together.
Okay.
you good? Like, you just definitely biffed it.
Yes, I sure did.
Cassie, like, hey, what up?
Hi, Becky. How are you?
Guy, are you good? Like, there's like dust all over you. Like,
Yeah.
what's that about?
You got bad
know,
vibes.
I just felt some bad vibes. Do
Okay.
we know anything about the boiler room? Usually it's always closed. Why is it open right now?
Someone could be smoking down there.
I mean, like, I would never go down there. Like, I don't know why you would, but like, I would.
Yeah, it kind of sets me into a paranoia.
It sets you into a paranoia.
Yeah, I just, I prefer not to explore my spirituality down there.
It is
Okay.
a great place to smoke.
It's good ventilation.
Yeah. Great for hotboxing, too. Like, you find the right room in, like, the steam. Chef's kiss, perfect.
So you use the boiler room to hotbox?
Oh my
Yeah.
god. Becky, don't high road us right now.
Oh my god.
I'm not
I don't
talking about
trust straight edge.
hot boxing. I'm talking about I don't know. There was just something bad happening down there. I got a bad feeling.
Well,
Like it was gross?
Like something evil had occurred down there.
you're not alone in the feeling of weird right now.
Really? What? Yeah, you were acting weird. What's wrong?
Well, Look, I was talking to Mr. C, and everything was absolutely chill, and then suddenly the chalkboard started writing, "You know what you did, Charles," and I'm like, dude, who the fuck calls him Charles? That's weird.
Really, that's the weird part.
Are you sure it was Charles and not Chad?
Yeah,
Like, we know what you did, Chad.
it definitely said Charles.
Okay.
Like, even if I'm illiterate, Chad has way fewer letters than Charles. But
I
I'm
feel
not
like-
illiterate. I can read.
Becky is being very aggressive right now, and I think we need to address that. It's harshing my mellow.
Okay.
Can we actually, like, step outside? I really gotta smoke a joint right now, man.
Yeah, you guys go ahead. I'll meet up with you in a minute, and I just
Yeah.
want to stay back and keep an eye on the boiler room door.
Becky, do you want to smoke?
Like, no. Ew, who does that? Not
Why not?
me.
It clears your head sometimes.
It's for our glaucoma.
Don't you have to be like 80 to get glaucoma?
He is the spirit of an 80-year-old.
I'm an
That's
old soul.
true.
Hell yeah,
Sandra
Dr.
knows.
Alex.
All right, let's go puff
Okay,
away.
fine. Okay, I'll go with since you're begging me. Oh my god. Okay, fine. I'll
Is this the
smoke.
time we get Becky high? All right.
All right. We are very close to jumping to the dance, but just before that, Cassandra, watching. I don't know how long you want to stay here for, but like if you stay there for another 10 minutes, it's just an open door. Nothing is happening.
Is Rocky not? He's not leaving.
Not yet.
I wanna like take a penny or something and like wedge it somewhere to prevent the door from being able to lock.
Okay, I will let you do that.
Okay.
You.
Yeah. I like wedge it in like the lock area so
You slip it, yeah.
it doesn't so it doesn't quite be able to get in there.
Yeah, in that little door between, or in that little hole between where like the lock mechanism is and like the door continues,
Yeah.
you just slip a little coin in there, and you try it a couple times. You're pretty sure this will work.
Okay. Cool.
Okay.
I just poke my head in. Is he still in there?
You can't see down there. It's very.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. I'll just keep walking. I'll meet him outside.
All right. And just very quickly, I do want to ask: Does Becky take a hit?
Becky takes a hit but does not inhale. and just like acts like that she did because she's like a little paranoid already, so she doesn't really want to like continue that.
I'm tempted to make you roll
As-
for that, but that seems excessive.
As
I
Becky
mean,
is like,
I will if you want me to.
just as Becky is smoking, I want to read her mind the whole time.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Sorry, that was on. I did the thing where I did it on Zoom again. But all right. So, but I want to use my suspicious mind where I can tell if someone's lying to me. I want to be able to, so I can tell if she's taking the hit. And I don't
Okay,
want to
I
share
mean-
that information. I don't want to share that I know. I just want to lock that in.
Yeah. Okay.
Wait, I
both-
mean, then can I use my trust me, which is like I. Wait. I'm trying. Sorry, I'm trying to find this.
I know what Trust Me does, and I don't think it does this. So
If they question me, I'll use it. Okay.
I guess, yeah, you would both, Dr. Alex, through just sheer force of intuition, and Chad,
Yeah.
through the magical powers you possess through your fucking Necronomicon, you read
Yeah.
your friend's mind and discover that she's faking being high. Do with that information what you will.
Like I'm like
Man.
so high, you guys. Like, oh my
Are you
god.
hallucinating, man?
You know, sometimes smoke's really harsh, and like, we should get edibles someday, Becky.
Oh, yeah. Like that'd be fun. But you know the calories, like brownies just aren't really good for my system like that. So I want to stay healthy, just stay fresh, you know, like eat fresh.
Like, we could
Do you like
sugar-free
mushrooms?
brownies.
Okay, like I'll get back to you. Yeah. Since you're like begging me again, like whatever.
Mushrooms are like kale.
Yeah, like I said, like ask me again some other time.
You got
So,
it.
what you guys going as for Halloween?
Oh, so me, Jessica, Tiffany, and Raquel, we're all gonna be like animal cheerleaders. Like I'm wearing my cheerleading uniform, but then I'll have cat ears and some whiskers, like a cat, like meow.
What's Jessica going as?
Why do you want to know?
No reason. I'm just. How's this? Like, it's a set. Is everyone gonna be a cat or?
No, Jessica's gonna be a rabbit, like, you know, like Jessica Rabbit. So she's gonna have bunny ears and like a tail. Like she's like taping like a cotton ball on her cheerleading uniform.
Cool. I don't care.
Yeah, I'm sure you don't care, Chad.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna be. Thank you very much. V from Vendetta.
Nice.
Weren't you that last year?
Yeah, but I got a new mask. It's a lot better. I made it. Like I got the pieces. It was arts and crafts.
Got it.
Made a Guy Fawkes mask.
Mine's better.
That's sick. I love that for you.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of a hero.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And then I like pretend to take another hit.
You're wasting it. You're wasting it.
I'm going this year. I think I'm gonna go as like Igor from Frankenstein, but like sexy.
Wait, isn't that the one with the hump?
He humps?
Like, he has like
He humps.
Nice. That's gonna be even sexier, man.
You'll make a good Igor, man. I could see it.
Thanks.
Okay.
I appreciate the vote of confidence. Mr. C's making me do it, but think it could be fun. Yeah.
If
Mr.
Kid.
C.
Yeah. We're teaming up for the haunted Halloween stuff. Like, you
You're
know.
dressing up with a teacher? Like, oh my god, that's so lame.
Why are you teaming up with the man?
Dude, it's not the man. It's Mr. C, the man.
Okay, like,
Touche.
Does anyone else get creepy vibes off of him, or is that just me? Like, I feel like he's always, like, trying to be in with the kids, and, like, he tries to, like, talk to me and my friends all the time, and we're just like, ew, gross, you're, like, 60.
I can't trust any authority figure.
I mean, I don't know. I was getting good vibes until, like, a half hour ago. Now I don't really know, but those are thoughts I don't want to think, so I don't.
Here's the prescription, man.
Thanks, and I take another big hit. Yo, Cassandra, where you at?
Yeah, Cassandra walks out at this point. I don't know. She's walking out at this point, and yeah. All right, brother, are you ready to go?
Yeah, let's go.
All right. Dr. Alex, do you need a ride again?
You'd be a lifesaver.
All right. Let's go.
Wait, Cassie! Who
Yes?
are you gonna be? I need to know who you are for Halloween. Like, I'm so excited.
I'm going to be Van Helsing, of course.
Again?
Van Helsing?
Yes.
Like, okay. Is that gonna be cute?
No.
You never be anything cute. Like,
Does my
Trust the
sister look
system.
like she's capable of cute?
I do not
okay,
feel
Chad,
the need
we
to
don't need
express
that
my feminine
attitude.
charms.
Chad, we don't need that attitude in here. Like, she can be whatever she wants to be.
Yeah,
That
and
is
it's
true.
not cute.
It's conformity.
Like,
What's conformity, Dr. Alex?
Just selling out to the holiday, you know?
You're
Okay,
dressing
and-
up too,
I'm
man.
sorry, I actually got too high. I'm gonna back out of this costume conversation.
That's probably a good idea.
Okay, I think let's go ahead and jump to the dance, shall we? And it is bumpin'! So, let me tell you guys everything that's going on. There is obviously, in the gymnasium, there is a classic high school dance. The kids, as far as the eye can see, in all kinds of costumes. You see a bunch of Deadpools, you see a bunch of, Harley Quinns. I'm cool with the kids. I know what the kids dress up as for Halloween.
Wow. Those are the only two costumes.
You see Steve from Minecraft. And there is some bopping music. Many of the edited hits of today. Also, maybe some Monster Mash remixes thrown in. The cafeteria has refreshments. You can get some punch, some cookies, some candy. They also have the way that the kind of Halloween bash is organized is each class, so the sophomores, the juniors, and the seniors get their own hallway to set up, and the freshmen are then tasked with kind of setting up the, I don't want to say kiddie area, but kind of the non-scary part. So there are some, you can bob for apples there, you can carve yourself a little pumpkin. There is the auditorium, where many of the students who are less interested in dancing or school-sanctioned revelry hang out. Right now, they're playing the first scene of Hocus Pocus. It's the scene where they find the candle. And then upstairs are the actual hallways themselves. The sophomores have gone with a cornfield theme. They have hay bales. They have scary jack-o'-lanterns. They have a person hanging up as a scarecrow, and if you get close, he twitches and shakes at you, and it's real scary. The juniors, going very classic, haunted carnival, scary clowns, freaks in a freak show, the very distorted don't do the really scary carnival music. It's real. There's the juniors maybe went a little overboard with the strobe and the lighting effects, so it's kind of disorienting to go through there. And then the seniors have their mad scientist theme. There are kids in this really fucked up prosthetic makeup where it looks like they have like growths coming out of their faces, and you see like people that look like they've been conjoined artificially. And then obviously in the back, you have one Mr. C wearing a large white lab coat and these crazy like hypno goggles, and he's got this crazy like poofy white afro mask, and he's kind of got like these two what look like electrical rods in his hands, and he's like pressing them together and going like and next to him, can I ask what did Chad's Igor end up looking like?
So my Igor, like, I am wearing the classic like executioner black cloak, like everything, but it's a crop top, and it's like showing off my abs, and then I'm just wearing like some tight black shorts, and that's it. Like that's what, and like whatever props Mr. C would have given me, like maybe a shovel. I don't know. I'm just like leaning to the side, and like anyone that walks by, I'm just like, "Sup, how's it going? Hey, looking good. Sup?"
There's like as people go through, like students go through, and you see all kinds of students going through. There's a combination of like people who are just like, I want to get out of here. This is really scary, and they're walking through. Some students, there's maybe like 3 or 4 kind of like kids who are kind of shitty about it and kind of like try to get like, you're not scary, loser, and they just like walk by. Definitely a couple of kids who like take a minute and look at your stomach and like pause for a second and then keep going through.
If I ever make eye contact with them after that, I wink.
At one point, one of the a cheerleader, a freshman cheerleader that you don't really know very well. Her name is Grace. She like stops for a good 5 seconds, and then her friend like grabs her wrist and pulls her through. Chad,
see you on the field, Grace.
Yeah, cool. Chad, we're gonna get back to you in just a moment. I want to check in with everyone else first. Let's do like one scene with each of you very quickly. So, where do you guys think you're at? At the kind of like, the night is kind of getting started. Things are kind of getting rolling.
Becky is like immediately on the dance floor with Jessica, Tiffany, and Raquel, but just like kind of into it, but not fully into it because she just really wants to go to the auditorium where Daryl is.
Cool.
But she doesn't want to seem too eager and like immediately go there.
Cool. And like you guys are having the time of your lives, just dancing away. Your mind's a little distracted, and how long do you think it takes before you excuse yourself?
Like, say like a good like 20 minutes. Like I go through like 4 or 5 songs with them dancing. Then I'll go excuse myself.
Okay. So you excuse yourself and head to the auditorium. And you come in and you do see like kind of in the back, Daryl is sitting towards the end of the aisle, but not on the very end. There are a couple of football players next to him. All of them are passing around like a bottle of liquor. You notice that Daryl doesn't drink any of it. Like they don't hand it to him. And as you kind of come in, he like looks, and he like smiles and waves.
I like pretend to kind of like look behind myself at first, like, oh, he's waving at someone else. Oh, hi. And then like I just like wave back, like very shyly.
Yeah, and he kind of like motions to a seat next to you.
Okay. I go sit down.
Okay.
Hi, Daryl.
Hey, how's the dance floor? I was only in there for like a minute.
Yeah. Like I was there with like Jessica, Tiffany, and Raquel.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, like we danced to like a few songs, you know, only the best hits. But it got kind of lame over there, so I thought might as well just come to the auditorium.
Yeah. I really like Hocus Pocus. It's a good movie. Have you ever seen it?
Oh, yeah, like I'll Put a Spell on You, like such a
Yeah.
good song.
Yeah, that scene hasn't happened yet.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Dude, yeah, sit down. It should be coming up. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and I just kind of like scoot, like not like close to him, but like close enough to where like maybe our knees like might touch or something, like accidentally bump.
His face goes like flash red, and he like pulls his knees kind of over. Let's check in with Dr. Alex. Where are you?
I think I'm out back, maybe finishing off a joint.
Cool.
I'm not sure if I'm happy to share if there's somebody around. I feel like I kind of know.
Let's say you're with Leo, actually, and the transition has actually occurred. You gave him his mushroom. He took it 5 minutes ago, and he's already being like, whoa, this is crazy. Oh my God.
Oh, man. Okay.
Dude, I see like rainbows. Oh, wow.
Okay, buddy. You're gonna be good. You're gonna be, look, just deep breaths. Relax, it's just a substance in your body. You'll be fine,
Yeah.
It's not supposed to be hitting this quick.
Oh man, no, I'm faded.
Is
this forever? Am I forever?
No. Don't think like that. No.
Okay.
I don't want to be responsible for this. Chad said you were cool.
Very quickly, I think. You look over your shoulder, and you actually see, like, in a hallway, there is a teacher walking kind of towards the door where you're at.
Ooh, I eat the joint.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
Pop it in.
And just wait.
Yeah, just to double check. I don't want to get this Leo any higher anyway.
Cool.
Good excuse.
This teacher, the chaperone, Mrs. Ivy, a heavy-set woman in her, like, mid-40s, kind of pokes her head up. Kids, you gotta be inside. You can't be hanging out in the parking lot. Come on.
Okay, sorry. We were just, getting our courage up.
No worries. Just, if you want to hang out, you can go to the cafeteria, but, we can't have kids in the parking lot.
No, you're absolutely right. We're sorry. We'll be in a moment.
She,
We're
like,
coming
stands
now.
there and...
We're coming now. We're coming.
Okay, you go in?
Yeah, I just kind of leave Leo and hope he's following me. I'm not looking back.
Leo does not follow you. But you step in, and she kind of like walks up to Leo. You see.
I kind of stick my head out the window. I'm like, get out of here. Go. Don't say anything. I bounce.
Cool. He looks at you and then kind of looks up at the sky as you walk
Oh,
away.
God. Oh, God.
Cassandra, what are you up to?
Yes, as soon as I got there, I would have beelined it for the boiler room.
You're okay. Interesting.
Before this, I preface this with, I have tried to sneak in my sword, and I am wearing my armor as part of my costume.
Because
and
you're
the
vandals.
sword, yup. And the sword, because I knew they would be questioning it, so I've covered it with PVC piping and made it be like, yeah, it's a pretend sword. Whatever.
Give me an act under pressure roll for this.
Okay. And then I get to add my cool to that, right?
You do.
Okay. My cool is... sorry, I lost my page. There it is. Ooh. Ooh, +2. So that would be a 9.
A 9, a mixed success.
Uh-huh.
Your... I think a pretty easy price to pay to give you is, as soon as you walk in, you get stopped by a chaperone. Kid, you can't bring a weapon in here. What are you doing?
It's PVC piping. I'm Van Helsing. What
Yeah,
do you
but
expect me not to have a sword? I'm Van Helsing.
You could hit someone in the head with that. You gotta go put that in your locker.
Fine, I'll go put it in my locker.
Okay.
I got a
This
locker.
chaperone actually walks you to your locker and watches you put the sword in.
Okay.
Cool. And you're headed to the boiler room.
Yep. So as soon as I put it back in my locker, I turn around and I say, "What? Are you gonna watch me go to the bathroom now too?"
No. He walks away. Have fun
As
at the
soon as-
dance.
You too.
Do the monster mash or whatever.
Sure. Yeah, that's what kids do these days.
Okay.
As soon as he's like out of sight, I'm gonna try the door to the boiler room.
It is still unlocked.
Okay. I'm gonna open it.
Okay.
I'm gonna just poke my head in. Can I see anything?
No, it's pitch black.
Is there a light switch?
Not up on the landing. You would have to
Okay.
go down and find one.
I go and get my sword. And then I start walking down.
Okay. As you walk down into the boiler room, we cut to Chad. Chad, Mr. Charles approaches you. There's kind of a lull in kids at this point coming through. See, this is fun.
Yeah, totally. I didn't know the student body was so big.
Yeah. You ever think about getting into like drama? You're pretty good at this. You got kind of a natural charisma.
No. I respect, but no.
Hey, come on, man. I mean, The Rock won a national championship in college, and now he's the highest paid actor in Hollywood. Like, you got potential, man.
I completely see like where you're going with this, but at the same time, you have to understand that like not every student has the passion for that. If I were to go into the arts, it would definitely just be me being a drummer for like a hardcore heavy metal band.
That'd be cool too. Do you play?
I like hitting people. It's kind of the same thing, I guess.
I guess yeah. There would be some transferable skills. Hey, I mean, I know you can't be in the marching band because of football, but you could always, there's the jazz band in the spring. Like, you should think about it, man.
Well, I got, baseball in the spring and also, swimming in the summer.
Chad
What up?
and Cassandra. Because at this point, Cassandra, is that you have now reached the bottom. You were in the basement in the boiler room.
Okay.
And you were looking for a light switch. And it should be hot, right? Because it's a boiler room.
Mm-hmm.
Both of you simultaneously are freezing cold. And Chad, as Mr. Charles is talking to you, you suddenly notice a figure behind him. Which, first of all, is strange, because that's not the way that the hallway goes. So this person must have come in from the back, not the way they're supposed to come. That's hardly the strangest thing about this person. You see someone in, like, some sort of cloak, like a black cloak, and it seems to billow a little bit, but you don't see any wind. You catch a glimpse of their hands, and either they're wearing incredible prosthetics, their fingers look like clawed, shadowy tendrils. It is difficult to tell how tall this person is, because as you look at their body, they kind of shift like a dancing shadow. Their head is a jack-o'-lantern. They appear to be wearing some sort of jack-o'-lantern mask. But perhaps strangest above all, the head, this pumpkin head, you see where it would meet the neckline. You see it is wrapped around many, many times with duct tape. And this person is just standing behind Mr. Charles.
So, nice costume, bro, as I, like, kind of grab Mr. C and just kind of drag him towards me.
So, Chad, as you try to read this person's mind, it's just void. You get nothing. And as you grab Mr. Charles's shoulder and pull him towards you, and he can tell that you're talking to someone behind you, he turns around and then stops, dead in his tracks.
I am reading his mind now.
Mr. Charles is confused. Mr. Charles is terrified. The overwhelming feeling that you get from Mr. Charles is terrible, awful guilt.
Can I investigate a mystery on this while reading his, like, mental processes as he's just probably stream of conscious running through this?
Sure, go ahead.
Alrighty. That is a... Why do I have +1? Okay. 8!
You get one question.
As he's just going through this, I am looking for what sort of creature is this?
The only sentence that Mr. Charles is able to form in his mind is, "You died. I was there the night you died." You hear Mr. Charles say with his mouth now, he says, "Jack?" This figure holds up a hand. Becky, as Hocus Pocus is going, let's say we get to the, I put a spell on you scene. As it's going, Daryl kind of leans over. Can I tell you something kind of stupid?
Yeah, like, you can tell me anything.
I was kind of thinking about asking if you, like, wanted to go to the dance with me.
Wait, like, really? Daryl! Like, Daryl. That's all I wanted.
I was just nervous you would say no.
Like, why would I say no?
Because you're like really cool and really
Oh my god,
popular,
stop.
and-
You're really cool.
Daryl looks at you. And he kind of does that eye flicker where he looks at your mouth for just like a split second.
Oh, fuck.
Dr. Alex, as you are like walking very quickly now through the school, you hear the voice of Mrs. Ivy behind you. Excuse me, young man, can I talk to you?
I'm gonna go in. Is there a boys' bathroom around?
Yes.
I'm gonna just dip into the boys' bathroom real quick, see where that takes me.
You walk into the boys' bathroom. There's no one else in there right now. You're kind of in a wing in the hall in the school that's not being used for the dance, and you hear like outside, young man, when you're done in there, I need to talk to you.
Okay, I'm gonna stash any paraphernalia that I happen to have on me. Maybe like under a sink, or depending on how gross the trash bin is, maybe drop it in there, and then go out.
As Becky and Daryl look each other in the eye, as Dr. Alex desperately stuffs his drugs away, Cassandra, a figure suddenly appears in the room. Obviously translucent. This is a small kid, maybe 13, 14. Big old glasses, very wiry, this like kind of mess of brown hair. And he just appears in front of you. He stares you in the eye. Simultaneously as that happens, Chad, you watch this figure raise his hand up and snap a finger. As that happens, all of the lights and the sound in the school go out. And that's our break.
Greetings. I am Orlick Cockwell, filling in for Sir Corn of Corn, the absolute buffoon. I've been told I need to tell you about Cornservatory's other programming, such as Drink at Home, a digital edition of Corn's long-running drinking game sketch show. Or perhaps you're interested in Nightmares Off Lincoln Avenue, a comedy horror sketch show hosted by yours truly. You can find all this and more at cornservatory.org. While you're there, consider subscribing to our Patreon, where you can find an actual written module for this campaign, written by our very own Timothy Swaim. Now, let's continue.
Welcome back. So, when we last left off, all of the lights and all of the sound and seemingly all of the power in this school went out. In the dance floor and in the auditorium, as the movie goes out, there is a general momentary sense of like panic and like chattering. Pretty quickly, the emergency lights, like the floodlights, come back on. And Chad, when the lights went out, you momentarily lost visual on this figure. As they come back up, you see that they are gliding, not walking, gliding quickly, arms outstretched, these long, tendrily fingers reaching towards Mr. Charles, and this figure is coming at Mr. C at speed. What do you do?
I'm going to jinx it. As Chad just kind of like looks and his hands start tremoring, you see like his backpack and like the backstage area start like glowing purple and shaking as my eyes just quickly like turn purple, and I'm jinxing this thing.
Roll your plus weird, please.
11.
That is a total success. You get 2 effects.
Yes. I'm going to spend one of the holds immediately and interfere with what the monster is doing. Because as it's like going, our set's like not the most stable thing. Sorry, I'm imagining like there's like a curtain rod that was like holding up like some curtains to like block off some scenery and whatnot, as it swings down and the cloth like kind of envelops this thing, tripping it up and at least slowing it down a little bit.
What happens is you pull this set piece down using your powers, both hands up. You kind of throw your hands and it comes down. Sorry.
No, I don't make any physical action because it's just accidents that happen. So I am standing there, just hands trembling as this just happens before me.
Sure.
I'm not that cool.
Seemingly from no source, this curtain set piece, you watch it fall and envelop this figure. And you watch the curtain kind of comes down, and all you see on the ground now, under the curtain, it's just like one big like lump.
Mr. C, we have to run. We gotta get going.
We have to get everyone out of here.
What's going on? What is that?
Chad,
Why is it dead?
Chad, we have to get it.
Who's Jack? Like, just tell me that. We're running and talking. I'm also reading his mind, so whatever stream of consciousness bullshit is coming through, I'm listening.
We'll get back to you in a minute.
Sounds good.
As Chad and Mr. C run, and there's a stairwell at the end of this hallway, and they start running down. The power was cut, and many of the students, there is actually a direct exit. There are 2 exits in the gym. They're like emergency exits, and in various parts of the building, in the auditorium, in the cafeteria, in the gymnasium, the chaperones start like leading the kids outside. And much of the student body is out. Dr. A, you are in the boys' bathroom and the lights just went out randomly. What's up? What are you doing?
I finished putting the paraphernalia away.
Mm-hmm.
And can I still hear the teacher outside?
No. If you take a moment, she appears to have left.
Okay. I grab my paraphernalia. And then I kind of stick my head out in the hallway to see if it's clear.
You see no one in this hallway.
Okay, I'm gonna head towards the dance, sheepishly.
Okay, yeah, you probably get there and you see, about half of the kids have made it out of the auditorium and are outside now. Becky, you're in the auditorium, and I think I just said auditorium when I meant gymnasium.
Okay.
But this is the auditorium. The lights flick out, and a bunch of the kids, like everyone, kind of in the seats. You hear like a general commotion, and the emergency lights come on, and kind of in the dim light, you look over and you see like Daryl is breathing very like heavily, and he looks very scared.
Daryl, you good?
Yeah. Should we leave? What happened?
I don't know. Like, have you seen Chad tonight?
No, I think he's working one of the hallways.
Okay, I don't know. I feel like maybe Chad has something to do with this. I don't know why. Like, but I just think that I should go find. If you want to come with me, like, you can come with me. But I'm gonna go try and find Chad.
This is a question for Becky. Do you want Daryl to come?
Yes, Becky, absolutely.
In that case, roll manipulate someone.
Okay.
He seems very scared and maybe doesn't want to do
Oh
this.
no, it's a 3.
Oh, that's an experience point for you.
Well, I'm up to 4 now.
You know what? If you find Chad, I'm gonna go find the rest of the team, and I guess we're gonna go to the parking lot. Hey, I'll I don't know. Maybe if this like comes back on, maybe we can watch the rest of the movie. He's saying this as he's like very quickly power walking towards the door.
Yeah. Okay. Bye, Daryl. This was nice. Like, I'll catch up with you later. Yeah. Becky like tries not to cry at this point from being rejected.
Okay. Cassandra, you actually don't know that any of this is happening yet, because you're in the basement, and you just see this kid, and he is entirely translucent. What do you do?
Is he making any, like, threatening movements or gestures?
Not moving at all.
Okay, she's just gonna talk to him. Hi. What's your name? Are you okay? Were you calling for help?
He nods his head, yes.
Can you talk?
He nods his head, no.
I think I heard you yesterday.
He nods his head, no.
Do you know why you're here?
He nods his head, yes.
Are you looking for someone?
He nods his head, no.
Are you trapped here?
He nods his head, yes.
Do you want to get out?
He nods his head, yes.
Are you gonna hurt anyone?
He gives you a look like he doesn't exactly know how to answer that question.
Do you know why you can't talk?
He points up.
Is someone stopping you from talking?
He points up again.
You know what? My brother can do some very cool things, and he might be able to help you talk. Should I bring him here?
He
Don't worry.
trepidatiously nods yes.
Cool, so I'm gonna take out my phone, and I'm just gonna text in our group text, boiler room now, boy ghost.
Okay.
Is there a light switch or anything I can try to find? I ask him, do you know how to turn on the lights?
He points towards a wall.
Okay, I'm gonna turn on the lights so we can see the room, okay? And I go to turn on the lights.
You flip the light on, turn around, he's gone.
God damn it.
Chad, you and Mr. Charles are racing down the stairwell. And, like, you make it to the door. And I assume you're trying to get out?
I will, like, over telepathy, I'll message to everyone, because I don't think I've gotten the text message yet, but I'd probably, in everyone's head, you'd hear, guys, we should probably, like, meet up in the parking lot or something. I don't know. God, it's... Oh, turn this off.
Okay.
And so, yeah, I'm running to the parking lot with Mr. C, also trying to read his mind as to answering my question as to what he knows about Jack.
So first things first. You get to these double doors at the bottom of the stairwell, and you go to grab the like handle, the big lever handle, and you push it. It's like a wall. There's something. You try harder. You try harder. It feels like something is keeping this door shut. Dr. Alex, while this is happening simultaneously, as some of the kids are like exiting the gymnasium, you watch. There's 2 doors on either side leading to the outside into the parking lot. They, without anyone doing anything, slam shut. And you watch as these kids like go and like try to open this door. Not working. The door is not opening.
Sorry, do I see anybody that I recognize?
Yeah, there's these 2 stoner kids, one named Tyler, one named Garrett, kind of standing towards the back, kind of just like taking this all in. You kind of know them, not like good friends, but people you know.
All right, I kind of slink over to them nonchalantly and like, hey, Tyler. Garrett.
Sup?
What was going on at the dance? I was in the little boys' room.
Well, we were like, grooving, and then the lights went out, and then the emergency lights came on, and I think all these kids are trying to leave, and I think they're really bad at opening that door.
All right, good talk, Tyler. I appreciate it. You're a good guy. I don't care what they say about you. All right, and then I guess I'm gonna head down like the hallway and look for my pals.
At this point, all of you get that text message.
Oh, God.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh. And the telepathy. Never mind. My sister probably knows what she's doing more than I do. Yeah. I'm going to spend my other hold. The ghosty thingy just lost something, and I will soon find it. Spend that as you will. The target loses something that you will soon find, and that is how I'm spending my last point of Jinx. As I start dragging Mr. C towards the boiler room.
Okay, so you are headed towards the boiler room, and Cassandra, you can actually hear your brother now upstairs. And let's say at this point, Alex and Becky, you guys get there too. So the 3 of you are kind of getting there at the same time, right?
Really quick, on my way over, while I'm running towards the boiler room, can I use my oops?
You use your oops.
I love the oops. That is quite possibly my favorite ability. It's so great.
You find a flashlight. It looks like somebody dropped like must have been one of the custodial people. You find like a very powerful flashlight. I'm also now realizing Cassandra turning on the lights wouldn't have worked. So you're still in the dark.
That's why I was kind of surprised, but that's fine.
My bad.
No worries. Was he still there then after I saw that the lights didn't work? He still disappeared?
He disappeared. But you, Becky, find a flashlight.
Okay.
And all of you
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you had your phone, so you had like the little one, but like this is like a real flashlight. As you are like approaching, first of all, the 3 of you and Mr. C meet up, and Dr. A and Becky, who probably at least know who Mr. C is if you don't have a class with him, but like he looks like he saw a ghost, is what it is. And also, as he realizes, Chad, where you're taking him, and he sees that boiler room that's open, he stops dead in his tracks and starts pulling back against you.
Have I learned anything yet from reading his mind constantly?
Roll Investigate a Mystery.
Sharp. 9.
You get one question.
What happened here?
We see a black and white memory. We see a younger Mr. Charles. Much younger. He looks like he's in maybe his early 20s now. And we see him, the halls are decorated a little bit like they are now with, you know, pumpkins, black cats, all that stuff. It looks like it's around Halloween, and it looks like maybe he is chaperoning the Halloween bash long ago. You see him, and he's let's say that, like, he was in the bathroom. So he's, like, leaving the bathroom. Mr. Charles passes 4 kids. Actually, he passes 5 kids. 4 of them are in jackets not terribly dissimilar to the one that you have, Chad. The Letterman jacket for varsity football. The 4 of them have this kid. And they're kind of like, they've all got their arms around him, kind of, and it looks like they're, like, leading him somewhere. And Mr. Charles kind of approaches, because this is obviously, like, a weird situation. One of these football players steps up and says, "Hey, Mr. Charles, yeah, Jack here isn't feeling too well, so we were just gonna go get him some fresh air. No big deal. It's all good." And you can, Chad, you can feel this inner conflict of Mr. Charles that he felt at this time. There is the flash of, like, an intuition that something is wrong, but then also an intuition of, like, this is something that you might just know, Chad. This was the last time that the football team was any good. And these kids are, like, some of the stars of the team. And you feel this, like, anxiety of being a new teacher in Mr. Charles. And, we hear Mr. Charles's voice, much younger. Okay, I hope you feel better, Jack. Have a good night, boys. And Mr. Charles quickly walks away, and now you are back in the present.
Oh. Dude. You can't, like, blame yourself for that shit. You did the best you could with the tools you had at the time. Come on, man. And I, like, punch him in the chest a little bit. Let's go face your inner demons. Let's go make some amends. Yeah!
He's suffocated.
Dude.
They grabbed a goddamn jack-o'-lantern and they duct taped it to his head and they threw him in the boiler room and he was alone in the dark and he suffocated to death and it was my fault. I could have done something and I didn't say anything.
That is fucked up, like, serial killer shit. And, like, dude, you can't blame yourself. You can't control the actions of other people.
No, but I can... He looks at the 3 of you. He just wants me. Just... get yourself safe. I deserve this.
I mean, I don't think it's anyone's place to, like, dole out punishment or anything.
This is, like, really dark.
Yeah. How about we just, like, go put a spirit to rest instead?
Cassandra, you hear the door to the boiler room slam shut. All of you hear that too, and you turn on your heels. There is the figure again, except this time, where that big jack-o'-lantern was on his head, it's a paper pumpkin jack-o'-lantern. And he is once again rushing Mr. Charles.
I'm gonna put myself in front of Mr. Charles.
Give me a protect someone roll.
That's cool, which I am not, and that's a 3.
So mark experience.
Yeah.
You place yourself between Mr. Charles and this figure, and this hand reaches and grabs your neck, and when it touches you, it doesn't feel like skin, it feels like goddamn liquid nitrogen. This is the coldest thing you have ever felt in your life, to the point where it is burning, and you feel yourself being lifted off the ground, and you take 3 harm.
Ouch!
And you feel the life being choked out of you. Dr. A and Becky, as you watch this happen, what do you do? Cassandra, you can also act, but you're downstairs. So.
Yeah.
Can I, like, try and just, like, go for, like, the hand that's, like, at Chad's throat and just try and, like, I don't know, like, grab it and, like, hit it away or something like that?
You roll protect someone.
Okay. What's that under?
Cool.
Again? Cool. That's gonna be a 12.
Okay. So, you rolled a complete success. You go and you grab that, spectral hand, and, you can kind of feel something there. It doesn't feel like human skin, but it feels like you're touching something, and it is blisteringly cold, and you almost let go, but, you have just enough force of will to force your hand down, and you watch as the, like, where the wrist would kind of be, it evaporates, basically. And, Chad, your feet hit the ground, and you watch as this thing's, hand kind of reconstitutes itself. Dr. Alex, what are you up to? Watching this happen.
So yeah, can I use the read a bad situation?
Yes. Go ahead and roll your plus sharp.
Okay. Alright, so I got an 8, and then my sharp is 2. So I got a 10.
You got a 10. You get to ask 3 questions from the list.
What's the best way to protect the victims?
That kind of depends on how you define victims. It really seems like this thing will hurt you if you get in the way of what it wants, which is Mr. Charles. The way to protect Mr. Charles would be to, like, either run, or now that you've seen that, like, you're not sure that you're hurting it when you, like, hit it or physically harm it, but if you, like, disrupt its form enough, you might be able to get rid of it for right now.
Okay, what's the best way in?
Into where?
For that? Like, into getting him to completely evaporate. Or, or go away for a short time.
Throw something big or something like that.
Okay, and then, are there any dangers we haven't noticed?
You look up, and you see that there is, like, a pump, like, this kind of, like, paper diorama of pumpkins that are kind of lining the walls, if you know what I'm talking about. Kind of like a streamer. One of them is missing.
Is there anything very large around I could throw?
Yeah. Let's say that there's, like, a chair that's just randomly out in the hallway.
Alright, I'm gonna go take it, and I'm just gonna pitch it at him.
Give me an act under pressure roll. That is plus cool.
Okay, so 9, and then, my 11, so 10.
Complete success. Tell me what this looks like as you huck the chair at this figure.
Okay, so eyes closed, kind of like, imagine Babe Ruth kind of pointing to where the home run's gonna go, but I'm not pointing, I'm just throwing the chair exactly where it's supposed to go, and you just get the idea.
And Chad, it's reaching its hands past your shoulders towards Mr. Charles, and you can kind of feel some of that chill on your neck, and then the chair goes right through the form, and this little paper pumpkin just kind of like swoosh, 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 and silently hits the ground.
I stomp on it.
You stomp on it. It has been stomped.
Good. Dude! You should try out for sports with me in the spring, man. That's awesome.
I don't think this is over yet.
Okay. So as soon as the door had closed, I'm gonna quickly look around the room. Do I see the ghost?
No, you do not.
Okay, I'm gonna walk into the middle of the room. I'm gonna put my sword on my lap and I'm gonna sit down and I say out loud, "Are you doing this?"
I would like you to roll use magic.
Okay. Sure. Well, that's a 5.
You fail.
Yeah.
Mark experience.
Experience.
Have you leveled?
No, I'm at 3.
Okay. There is a chilling malevolence in this room that shakes you to your very constitution. It feels like you are in the Arctic and you need to get out right now. You take 1 harm, ignore armor.
Okay. But I have the resilience, so I take 0?
Should have said just 2, no ignore armor, but no, I said it, so it's 1. Yeah, you resist. You
Okay,
resist,
cool.
but you will take more damage if you stay.
Do I notice a presence other than the malevolence? Like, is there someone or something in the room with me?
Impossible to tell.
Okay. Okay. It's cold. Okay, fine. Screw it. And I stand up and I start backing. No. I'm just gonna go up the stairs. Yep, straight up the stairs and try to open the door.
Okay, you all see Cassandra burst out of the the boiler room. Maybe it gives you a start, and she looks exhausted suddenly for some reason.
I don't know if we should go back down there, but I think I should go back down there, and that is what I should do.
Cassie, are you okay? Like,
Oh
my
my god. Cassie.
It's, there's a ghost. Why did you not come faster? There's a ghost.
I came as
He
fast
was
as I
up
could.
here. He was attacking us.
Wait,
There was like a pumpkin
Also-
dude.
Everything that I'm saying, you guys are just hearing in your head. I am not talking right now as my throat hurts way too much.
So wait. There was another ghost up here?
Yeah.
A different ghost?
Yeah, his
Whatever,
name's Jack.
Mr. C.
His name's Jack. I saw a small boy who was about 13 years old.
What was his name?
I don't know. He didn't talk.
Okay.
Mr.
We
C,
should
as
keep an eye.
Mr. C hears in his head. Can you describe what Jack looks like for us? Again, he hears this in his head.
He does. And he doesn't respond, but you all now notice that Mr. C has walked off for a moment. He's holding a small pumpkin in his hand, and you see him go for the door of the boiler room.
No, don't
I
go
follow
down
him.
there.
Hey,
I run after him, sword drawn.
Yeah, I'm
and
following
ready.
him, so.
stop there. Chase after.
Can I try and like say Mr. C no and try and use trust me?
Sure.
Okay. So I gotta roll for this.
Mm-hmm. This is plus charm,
Yeah.
I think.
Okay, I got an 8.
Can you please read to me what the text of Trust Me says?
Okay.
On
When you tell a normal person the truth in order to protect them from danger, roll plus charmed. On a plus 10, they'll do whatever you say, but no questions asked. On a 7 to 9, they do it, but the keeper chooses one from. They ask you a hard question first. They stall and dither a while. They have a better idea they'll do. So I got an 8.
His better idea is this. He looks at you all and says, I don't know what's going on with you kids, but you don't have anything to do with this. This is... I have to pay for what I did.
I open the door and I run down the stairs.
No.
I'm jinxing him.
You're jinxing Mr. Charles?
See? Yeah, I'm jinxing
Okay.
Mr. Charles.
Roll.
That's a 6, so I get some experience. So that's
Yay!
and you have 2 to hold over me that you can use anytime you want.
Can you remind me what I can do with that hold?
Yeah, so you get hold 2, which you can use to interfere with a hunter, giving them -1 forward, help a hunter, giving them +1 forward by interfering with their enemy, interfere with what a monster, minion, or bystander is trying to do, inflict 1 harm on the target due to an accident, the target finds something you left for them, and the target loses something that you will soon find.
I can actually do both of your jinxes at once. DM magic. Mr. Charles sees Cassandra running down the stairs, and he he goes to run. The pumpkin he's holding slips out of his hands and explodes on the ground.
Nice.
And Mr. Charles is following you, Cassandra, down the stairs.
Okay, no, I keep going. I'm gonna get to the center of the room.
Mm-hmm.
Can I use magic? I want to try to summon the ghost and whatever ghost that they were talking about, and I want to summon them both here.
Can you roll investigate a mystery for me?
Sure.
There's kind of something that you guys are missing.
Okay. Let's see. And then I have what is that plus?
Sharp.
Plus sharp. Okay. Okay. Oh, 9.
Okay. Would your question... Okay. I think it would be like either... There's a couple different ways that you can... Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna say what is being concealed here?
It's really hard because you never got any of the information that would be helpful. It was Chad and Alex. But for
I knew some information.
Yeah. Okay. The first time that this creature appeared, Chad threw a curtain through its body, and all that was left was the pumpkin head. The second time you saw it, it had the paper pumpkin head that seemed to have come off of an already existing diagram, and when Alex threw the chair through it, all that was left was the pumpkin head.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like this creature can't appear, and you would know now. Jack, this kid, died with a jack-o'-lantern, with a pumpkin on his head. It seems like maybe that is a necessary component of it appearing.
Okay. Thank you for your kindness, DM.
Yeah.
Then in that case, are there any pumpkin heads in this room?
In the boiler room? No, there are not.
All right, I'm running back up the stairs.
Okay.
I run back up
the
and I find
stairs.
the closest pumpkin-looking thing to me, and I'm gonna hold it up, and I'm gonna say, "Show yourself."
Cassie,
No,
what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? Don't we want to
Show
go?
yourself.
Cassie, no!
Pumpkinhead.
Like, I feel like we should, like, destroy, like, all pumpkins right now. Like, I feel like we should just, like, rip them all off the walls and, like...
No, that's only going to put a band-aid on the problem. We need to find the solution to prevent this from happening.
I just start
in the future.
taking the pumpkin streamers off the wall like the other ones and start, like, smashing all the pumpkins.
No, I take as many as I can. I hold them. Show yourself.
Chad and Alex, what are you doing? Is this? I guess Mr. Charles has come back upstairs since you left him in the boiler room.
Yep.
I'm just smoking a blunt, and I turn to Dr. Alex as I see this scene unfold before me, and just go, I think, like, talking might be the right solution here, but I'm gonna just let them play this out.
I don't really feel like I have a horse in this race. So
Yeah.
I just
Okay.
turn to them as they're smoking a blunt, and I'm like, guys, help me, like, destroy the pumpkins.
Show yourself.
Okay, can we, like, take a chill pill here for a second?
5 minutes, address, talk.
Hey,
Okay.
does anyone
okay,
have
fine.
a
Let's talk.
Band-Aid? Because my throat is on fire. / icy, freezy winter. 2, what's our plan? Are we just summoning this thing and then, like, punching it to death again?
I don't know.
I don't think we
I
can talk
think-
to it.
I think we need to talk to the boy in the boiler room, but he ran away from me, and I don't know how to get him back.
Okay, well, it sounds like that there is a dual situation here with the splitness of a personality, of the angry vengeance and the pure childlike innocence. So maybe one of us dresses up as Dr. C, and we pretend to be doing whatever, so the angry spirit thingy thinks, hey, I'm gonna attack this one. Meanwhile, some of us are down in the basement with the real Dr. C, who can make that peace. So we got survival crew upstairs in disguise, and talkie crew downstairs. Be keeping it real.
Okay, Chad, I like where your head's going, but I'm just gonna, like, say this, like, one, like, little quirky thing. Like, it seems like the kid would be super angry about the pumpkins, because, that's kind of what it used to kill. So I just feel like if we destroy the pumpkins, then, like, the evil spirit will die, but, like, like, quirky thing, maybe the ghost, like, would just appear not as a pumpkin.
My question is, why now? There are pumpkins like every... Hey, Dr. C, does this, like, happen every year? Is this, like, your yearly curse of grief?
No.
Is it like an anniversary of it?
It was 30 years ago, I guess.
Okay, so it's
To
an
the day?
anniversary. Anniversaries are very important.
Can't
Like, a
quite
week from
remember
now will
this.
be me and Daryl's first anniversary of our first date. So, like, it's an important
You
thing.
and Daryl are dating?
Like, not yet. but,
Called
like,
it.
I think
Becky, we will
Call-
discuss
Yeah.
that in detail in the future, because I am very interested and I want to know about the things that are happening in your life. But
I
the
cannot tell if
moment-
that was
You're
sarcasm or
such a
not.
good
I
friend.
cannot tell.
it's hard to tell with me. But for the moment, I feel there are more pressing issues. Why don't we all just go and try to talk to it? Mr. C, join me in the boiler room.
Okay, while y'all are doing that, I'm gonna destroy all the pumpkins in the school.
Do not do that.
I'll dress up as Mr. C.
I guess I'll
Fine,
go
do
help
whatever you
destroy
want.
pumpkins.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
like
saying,
let's go
like,
smash
I'm going
some
with you. I am yes and you, sis.
I really think we should stick together because splitting
Oh,
the party
well-
is never a great idea.
Cassandra has saved me in the past many and many a times.
Exactly.
Cassandra, I'm on your side of the ammo line.
Great.
Okay. It seems like we've got a plan of some kind formulating.
We have 3.
We do. We have several plans. I guess what's the plan, guys, at this point?
I guess we're splitting up in
carrying-
groups of 2.
I say, okay, how about this? Becky, you go destroy all the pumpkins. But I have several in my hands right here. And I'm going
Okay,
to keep these
So
with me.
you want the evil being to like come attack you? Because I think that's what'll happen.
Yes, I will take him down.
No.
I am very
She's good at that.
Okay,
is my
but
destiny,
like that
I
just sounds
think.
like a gross idea,
God.
and like I just don't think it's like the smartest thing. So like,
I will be all right. So you destroy all of the pumpkins and then meet us down in the boiler room, and we'll meet in the boiler room to talk to the Jack. Yes?
Okay,
Okay,
hold up
fine,
though, because
whatever.
I'm not like super comfortable with the angry spirit being right next to Mr. C. And like,
Fine, Mr.
sis,
C, go away.
No, what I'm saying is if the peaceful spirit has been appearing in the basement, that's probably where the peaceful spirit's going to be existing, with the angry spirit like in the upper hallways looking for Mr. C.
I fear
So
that
we
the
keep Mr. C
peaceful
in the
spirit-
basement.
But I fear that the peaceful spirit is actually controlling the other one.
Oh. You did not say that, and I had no
did
way to
not.
extrapolate that, so don't you dare use that condescending tone with me like you always do, sis.
Really? You don't read minds? You don't read minds all the time?
Oh yeah,
okay, like
I am a
while
mind
they're
reader.
arguing, I just start taking and I start smashing more pumpkins.
I would like to go up to Mr. C.
Okay.
And I want to use magic. And I am... So, my question is, the text reads, banish a spirit or a curse from the person, object, or place it inhabits. Is there a way that... Am I allowed to, with use magic, essentially give like a spirit protection ward around Mr. C, so that way the thing cannot harm it so long as the spell is going?
Yeah, you can do that.
Cool. So yeah, I just grab Mr. C by the shoulder and say, "Hey, it's gonna be okay, man." And I like give him the football slap on the ass as I cast this spell on him.
I am a teacher. You should not do that.
That's a 10.
Mr. C can't see it, but you see this purple light envelop him.
All right. Also,
All right.
As they're about to head down, I take out the flashlight that I found on my oops. And I just hand it to Cassie. I'm like, so like, I don't know, this might be helpful because it's kind of dark in there. You might just want to like turn it on down in the boiler room and just like see what happens, you know?
Becky, you're so intelligent. Thank you very much.
Oh, no, you're intelligent.
Hands in the middle. 1, 2, 3, go Wolves!
No,
I don't know
Sorry,
what
that probably-
the point of that was. Oh, God.
I don't believe in team spirit.
I hate you all.
So, let me make sure I've got this right. Cassandra is going down into the basement and trying to talk to the spirit you saw earlier.
Yes, and I've got several pumpkins with me.
I think Dr. Alex was going as well. Is that right? I don't know that we said where you were gonna be.
Yeah, I got conflicted. I think I'm going with Cassandra.
Okay, so we've got Cassandra and Dr. Alex in the basement. Chad is going to pretend to be Mr. Charles. Do I have that right?
Not anymore. I am now going into the basement with them.
Is
as
everyone
my
going
idea
into the
was shut down.
basement?
No.
No, Becky's smashing pumpkins.
Okay.
I am literally just going through the school, and I have a baseball bat in my locker, and I'm just gonna take it, and I'm just gonna smash every single pumpkin that I see.
All right.
I'm going off on my own.
Because that seems like the right thing to do.
Always
the victim?
So the 4 going down into the basement, and I assume, Cassandra, you've got the flashlight on.
I do, yeah.
You enter the basement, and as you flicker this flashlight around, you see the face again. There's that kid, and Alex and Chad, you see it too as well. This like wiry 13, 14-year-old little boy.
And Mr. C's with us. Mr. C, is this Jack?
Mr. C does not talk, but he does nod his head yes. And he looks absolutely pale and just ridden with guilt.
Jack, do you know who this is? And I point at Mr. C.
Jack nods yes.
Are you angry with him?
Jack points up again.
I look up.
There's nothing there.
Is someone else angry with him?
Jack kind of like tips his head back and forth as if to say, sort of?
Do you know who
Hey,
the one
Jack.
with the pumpkin heads are?
Jack nods
Hold on.
yes. Chad.
Jack, have you ever, like, possessed someone before?
Jack nods no.
Do you want to try?
Jack nods
Like,
no.
dude, hop on. Come on, it's like riding a roller coaster.
Oh my god, that was funny.
Do I hear anything inside his head?
No.
Can you, Jack, can you bring the one with the pumpkin head here?
Jack points at Mr. Charles.
I look at Mr. Charles. Can you bring him here?
I don't know.
Try.
I'm gonna use Suspicious Mind.
Sure. Oh, no, he's not lying.
Fair.
Yes. Hey, Becky.
Yeah.
You're upstairs, and you're going around. You see, like, a big diorama of, like, pumpkin murals, and you take it down and you rip it up. And you see a jack-o'-lantern, and you grab it, and you chuck it. And you see, like, a plastic, pumpkin jack-o'-lantern on a teacher's door. And you grab it, and you lift it over your head, and as you bring your arms down, something stops it.
Damn it.
And you look up, and now this head is, like, looking down at you, and you look into this, like, cloak of shadow. What do you do?
Can I, like, try and take my phone flashlight and shine it at it?
You do. You're shining it at it.
Does anything happen?
No. And it begins to drift away back towards the way you were coming from. Back towards where the boiler room is.
Okay, is there anything heavy around me?
There's a trophy case.
Okay, okay, I'm gonna take my baseball bat and I'm gonna smash the glass in the trophy case.
Cool.
Okay, and then I'm gonna take out the biggest trophy in there that's probably a football trophy Chad won, like, whatever.
Yeah.
And and I'm gonna throw it at the pumpkin.
Roll act under pressure.
That is going to be a 10.
Whoosh! It cuts through this shadowy figure, and this plastic pumpkin just hits the ground.
Cool. And then I jump on the pumpkin.
You smash it into oblivion.
Yeah. Cool. And I continue smashing pumpkins. Just
Okay.
basically now in a rage, like, screaming.
Awesome. Smashing pumpkins. Back to the group downstairs.
Can I
Yes.
use some magic
Sure.
to allow this ghost child to talk through my voice?
Yes.
$13.
What do you want to know?
Do you know who is the one with the pumpkin head?
I think what's gonna happen here, honestly, guys, is that probably Michael, you're gonna be recording some stuff later on.
Okay.
Because if he's talking through Chad, it should be Chad's voice. But he says, you hear Chad. Say again.
Just do your best impression of me.
Yeah.
You hear Chad in this kind of strange monotone. Me, but not me. Part of me.
Can you control him?
Maybe. If he's here.
Or do you know how to get rid of him? Permanently.
This place. I left a part of myself in this place. That part of me got away. My anger, my fear. I got the others. It's just him, and he points at Mr. Charles. This place.
I don't understand. Do we need to bring him here?
Yes. I died here, so I can't leave. He's me, but I am not me without him. If that part of me, if we're together, then maybe.
Then we wait. I take out my phone and I text Becky and I say, "Stop breaking stuff. Let the ghost come to us. Come meet us in the boiler room."
I get the text. And I get like really confused because I'm positive this is what I need to be doing right now. But I like say I text back, I'm like, okay, like I trust you. Like with exasperated like O's and like U's to like frame it the way that I'm speaking through the text. And then I just like kind of I still have my baseball bat in my hand, but I'm just walking back trying to see if I see it.
You actually do not see it as you continue to walk towards the boiler room.
Okay.
As she's walking back, I'm taking the pumpkins that I had in my hand and I'm putting them like in a circle in the center of the room.
Okay. Becky, you get to the door. I assume you're going down.
Can I read a bad situation first?
Yeah.
Cool. 3. I leveled up.
Nice.
You leveled up.
Yeah.
You are thinking about the situation, and then you are distracted because you get another text. It's from Daryl. It's actually from a number you don't know, but it says, "This is Daryl. Sorry." Crying emoji.
Like, I just like look at it and I'm just like, oh, like, it's okay. And I just like text back like, we good. And then I just send like the kissy face emoji.
You see him like 3 times, the 3 dots come up and then stop, and then come up and then stop and then come up and then stop, and he doesn't respond right away.
Okay. I watched my phone for a while before I'm going downstairs just because I'm so anxious about this because like I really like this dude. But then I like finally just like I have to put my phone away, but I will be thinking about this until he texts me for like the rest of the night. So I just like put my phone in a pocket. And yes, this cheerleading uniform has pockets.
Yeah, cool. You sewed one in.
Yep.
So, you enter the basement, and now all of you are here together, and the only light is the light from your phones and the light from the flashlight, and Cassandra has laid out all of these pumpkins in a circle.
Spooky.
Here's what I'm going to say. We're going to do this very mechanically at this point. This is going to be big magic, and it is going to involve all of you. Everyone here is going to roll a plus weird. You need a total of 4 successes to complete this ritual and put Jack to rest. Any mixed successes or failures, shit's gonna happen.
Okay. So all the pressure.
Jack speaks through chat again. Around me. Hold hands.
Okay, we gather around.
And you all grasp each other's hands. You begin to feel this presence in the room. Everybody give me a weird roll.
Seven.
Mixed success.
12.
1 pass.
9.
Okay. You do.
Oh, that's true.
If I was thinking about that, I would have made this harder. You watch as all of these pumpkins begin to lift off of the ground and converge into each other, and in this swirling orange miasma, out emerges this gigantic pumpkin head with a hellfire behind it, these flaming eyes and mouth. And where once there were human-ish features, it is just a gigantic mass of tendrils and tentacles. And it lashes out.
Is this Jack that has turned into this thing?
No, the Jack spirit is still there.
Okay.
I should have clarified. Nothing bad is gonna happen this round. You need 4 10 pluses to succeed.
Yeah.
So
overall.
I misspoke. Yeah. So what happens is all of these black tendrils swarm towards Mr. Charles, and he braces and prepares for the end.
I'm protecting someone.
They connect, and that barrier holds. It is these tendrils are dispersed, and the head turns now towards Mr. Charles. Give me another round of weird rolls.
Jack, I think you have a lot of big feelings that you would like to talk about, and maybe if we use our words in a productive way, it would be better.
I got a 2.
Got a 10.
I also got a 10.
8.
Okay, so that's 2 successes and 1 fail.
And that's 3
So good.
successes total then.
Yes, you need 1 more. As this this creature spawns even more tentacles, seemingly enraged at. This creature lashes out with even more tentacles, seemingly enraged without being able to attack Mr. Charles. Many of them are going back and just bouncing off this barrier. Some of them now are coming at you. 3 of you, that being Chad, Alex, and Cassandra, managed to duck out of the way, but Becky, you catch one in the face and you take 3 harm as this deathly chill. Cassandra, you look like you want to say something.
Could I not protect her?
You will not be able to roll your weird if you protect her. It's your choice.
I'm okay with that.
Roll protect someone.
That's really bad.
What'd you get?
A total of 6. Oh, but I leveled.
Here's what I'll say. Someone could help. That's only gonna leave you with 2.
No, I got this, guys. I got this.
Well, I got another point because someone tried to protect me.
You also have luck. You can burn a luck.
Yeah, I'm gonna burn a luck. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I haven't used any luck yet.
Fuck, I was the exact same rolls.
You automatically succeed when you get luck. It's not a reroll.
Oh, thank God. Yay.
This
I
ain't-
do that. I protected you, right?
This ain't indeed.
I know, I'm sorry.
No worries. Cassandra, you duck and dodge this tendril, and as you come up, you notice this tendril of black energy is coming straight at Becky. Tell me how you protect her.
As it's coming at her, I'm gonna like block it with my arm and like wrap it around my sword and just slice it right up.
Okay, you step into the middle and swing up, and the shadow is dispersed. Quickly you realize that you've broken the circle, and Becky and Dr. Alex join hands. The 3 of you, between the 3 of you, need to get 1 more 10+.
Can I use a luck? I haven't used any luck this entire time, so...
Same, I'm full on luck too.
Me too, and I did not.
If you just
roll
need
well.
one, you can say no. I will
I would go
roll.
for it, Becky.
I'm not gonna say no.
Okay, you're not gonna say no?
I'm gonna say no. You can use your luck.
Cool. I will use my luck this round, so I got a success.
Everybody else still technically has to roll, so.
Well, I'm not rolling, right? Because I'm.
You are not
I'm out
rolling.
of the circle, yeah.
I got a 6.
I got a 5. So.
Cool. At least I get to hurt you guys.
Oh. Patty.
Here's what happens. Cassandra is in the middle of this circle that you guys have made, swinging wildly, battling off these shadows. Becky, you feel your phone go off again.
Oh my god, what if it's Daryl?
Do you check your phone?
Don't check it right now. It's not important at the moment.
But like, okay, you know what? I'll play hard to get. I'll check it like in a minute.
Okay.
I'll play
Yeah,
hard to.
could be Daryl. Could be.
Okay, I don't like your tone.
You're having this conversation as Dr.
None of
Alex
this
and
is
Chad
helping, I say in
being
everyone's head.
absolutely overwhelmed with shadow tendrils now. The pain shoots through your body. Both of you take 3 harm, and Chad is now unstable and is Chad probably goes unconscious now. And
Can I not protect him either?
I'll try to protect someone. Can I?
I mean, I'm not dead yet. I still have 1 box
I mean,
left.
I will
You
fucking jump into the fray.
let me resolve this first.
Okay. Okay.
Cool.
Becky, as you feel your phone go off, you think to check it, and then suddenly you have this like burst of willpower. And Chad, from Becky, you feel that burst of willpower energize you, and as these tendrils overwhelm you and Dr. Alex, this explosion of purple light bursts out, and all of these tendrils are suddenly overwhelmed, and they evaporate as this purple light crawls up towards this pumpkin, and the pumpkin is covered in this glowing light, and everybody can see this. And now there is just darkness, except for the glow of the flashlight. Mr. C is illuminated. Jack walks up to Mr. C, and we see him in his arm now. He has just a pumpkin. He walks up to Mr. C, and we see Mr. C put his arms around Jack, and you can hear him softly, "I'm so sorry, Jack, I'm so sorry." And Jack reaches a spectral hand and just pats Mr. C twice on the back, and then slowly begins to fade out of existence. And the last thing all of you see of Jack, he turns around and he's just barely illuminated by the flashlight, and it's just his smile. And then he's gone. And Mr. C is standing there just like stunned.
That is so touching, and I absolutely love that we had that conclusion. But I need to get to the hospital because I'm pretty sure I'm actively dying.
Yeah. Let's go. And I help Chad up, and Alex isn't doing too hot either, right?
I'm okay. I'm hanging in there. I got kind of a limp. I might need to
Okay.
talk to somebody.
Okay.
You're definitely
Yeah,
not
I mean, maybe the
okay, but you're
hospital.
not like gonna die.
Yeah.
Okay.
I immediately check my phone.
It's from Daryl. It
Called it.
says, I own Hocus Pocus on Blu-ray. Maybe you could come over and watch it sometime? ?
Is Daryl asking me to Netflix and chill?
Yes, he very clearly
Hocus
is.
and
However,
pocus.
there is more important things. My brother is actively dying.
He is. I don't want to pass over Hocus and Pocus because that was really good.
That was good.
He wants to hocus and pocus.
So,
Good burn, brother, but come
Like-
on.
Right. Maybe I'll put a
As-
spell on him. Like, oh my god.
As Cassandra is carrying me out, because I probably cannot like walk very well at this moment, I just want to turn to her and say, "Hey, Thanks for having my back, sis. I appreciate it.
I always have your back. You know that.
Yeah.
Now don't be such a dumbass next time. Let's go.
I make no promises. And I pass out.
Okay, I just drag him by his feet.
Oh, I thought you were like bridal style carrying me this whole time.
I don't think so. You're a
Potato
fucking
sack
quarterback.
carrying.
All right, fine. Yeah, I'll do the whole like lumberjack carry and just.
Cool. As we see the group headed towards, I think Becky is the one with the car
Yes.
to take Chad to the hospital, and we see Mr. C step out of the boiler room, and he's unharmed. He's very clearly shaken, but he's very unharmed. He goes and he closes that door of the boiler room and takes a long moment just staring at it. And then he turns around and like jumps because behind him is Rocky the janitor, who's just like standing there with a mop. It seems like most of the kids have gone home now and the dance was kind of called on account of malevolent spirit. I don't know how we would resolve that in like the fiction of the world, but don't worry about it. Rocky says, you okay, Andrew? You look a little rough. Mr. C is like, yeah, Rocky. Yeah, I'm okay. Rocky pats him on the shoulder. Alright, we'll get home safe now. We see Rocky the janitor watch Mr. Charles leave. And he picks up his mop with a bit of purpose and starts walking towards his janitor's closet, and he opens it and shuts it. And then he turns the light on. The lights have come back now. And we see he's got a desk, as well as like his cleaning supplies and everything. It's just a little janitor's office. He's also got like a landline phone, which that is weird because this is modern times, but he has a landline phone. And on this desk is a black book, and we see him pick it up and open it and flip it to a page, and on this page are several news articles. We see one about like Jack Thorpe high school freshman killed, murder trial of 4 knock-em stiff football players to come. Another one that says only one convicted in murder of Jack Thorpe. And then we see the names of these 4 people in different news articles. Mark Snow, mysteriously murdered in prison. Police confused. Bradley Kimball, murdered. Police have no leads. Richie Iverson, murdered. Police baffled. And the last article is Jeremiah Worley Simp Prendergruss mysteriously dies in garage fire. Rocky takes a big felt marker and crosses this page out in an X and shuts the book, and he picks up the phone, and we see him dialing a number. It's me. You know that... those kids we were keeping an eye on? Yeah, they just took care of a revenant spirit. I definitely think they can be useful. And that is Monster of the Week, everyone!